Hi there, everyone on YouTube. This is Geoff from geoffmobile.com. I'm back again to do another video blog. It's been a couple weeks since I talked to you all out there on YouTube, and today I'd like to talk to you of what I'm currently very passionate about, which is learning how to sing. Since June of last year, I have been taking voice lessons, singing lessons from an amazing teacher in Vancouver. His name is Mark Downey, and if you've seen any of my, it's M-A-R-K-D-O-W-N-E-Y, Mark Downey. He's originally from Ireland. He did his degree in Ireland and then studied in France and also in New York. And now he's back in Vancouver with his wife, who's a photographer. And Mark Downey teaches out of his studio in the west end of Vancouver in a nice apartment building. And I really enjoyed taking lessons from him so far for the last 6 months. And I wanted to share with you kind of why I really believe that the current approach that he's teaching me to sing is actually helping me a lot. I'm not sure if you know, but I have a background in music. I have a very musical family. Pretty much all of my relatives play music in some way, as well as my brother and my mom and dad and my grandparents all played music. And even my great-grandfather on my dad's side was a professional musician during the Great Depression, and my grandmother on my mom's side, she was a professional pianist and music teacher. So I have musical background on both sides of my family. The approach to music that I learned from a very young age for the piano was to focus on technique. A foundation of your music will be your technique, and if you have a really solid technique and approach to playing the piano in a physical way, so that your body plays it in a way that is strong and effortless and has perfect control, and you're not injuring yourself by playing, that technique is the foundation for being creative and having expressiveness and ability to execute what you want to do in the instrument. The voice is no different from that. The voice is also an instrument which I believe we should treat with as much respect as a rare violin or a fancy expensive synthesizer or piano. And the thing with the voice is that you can't just go out and buy a new voice. You've only got one voice that's hardwired into your body, and you have to make the best of the voice you have and treat it with respect. So for me, I realized this, and when I first started singing with Mark Downey, he gave me a bunch of exercises, and I was so enthusiastic about working on the exercises for my voice. Like I had mum, 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 and those kind of things. Anyways, I was doing these exercises that he gave me very often, so much that I strained my voice, and I started hurting a little bit in my throat, and I asked him, what should I do? And he says, oh yeah, just stop singing, don't sing at all for a few days until it stops hurting, and then just start back gradually. Maybe don't sing so often, maybe sing every other day, or don't sing as long. Because like any muscle, the voice is a muscle. All the muscles of your chest, neck, and throat will be used during singing, and those muscles all have to be trained just as if an athlete has to be trained to perform at a professional level. I don't know if you heard about musical artists like Adele who strained their voice because they were singing every day at fancy concerts and they weren't giving their voice time to rest. So I've heard a rumor that Adele had voice surgery and hasn't sung in public since that time, which is a real big tragedy because of her amazing presence and musicality and how she helped everyone, feel better about themselves, and her amazing music that was captured the world by storm. So, yeah, the voice is such a precious gift that everyone who has the ability to speak and sing can train their voice to be more musical and have more control and be more strong of an instrument that you can use to do amazing things, expressiveness, and express yourself musically. Aside from the synthesizer and the vocoder, which use the voice to have speech, the voice is the only instrument that can express text through its sounds. And that's why the singing is such a powerful and popular way of having music, is because it actually has the element of musicality and phrasing that you get in a saxophone, but also has text, so you can have poetry and communication of ideas through music, as well as the musical sounds and the musical ideas that are inherent in the notes. So I realized that my voice is such a precious thing, and I have taken pretty good care of my voice. Fortunately, I haven't been smoking at all in my life, and haven't been yelling too much. I know some people who are in rock bands have a technical style of yelling, and I heard that Stevie Wonder, in his initial first 5 or 10 years of his career, he was doing a lot of yelling and screaming in his singing, which did strain his voice a lot. So that's why many of these professional singers like Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, and many others have turned to the program of singing called speech level singing, which was started by a guy named Seth Riggs in the US, and he was a personal vocal coach to Michael Jackson for many years, until Michael Jackson's untimely and tragic death in 2000s. But my teacher, Mark Downey, he went and actually studied with Seth Riggs, and also studies with another speech level singing coach who trained him in this method of singing, which is based on the principle of doing exercises that are specific to the voice, that will, through repetition and a variety of these exercises, will train your voice to be the most natural and powerful, and extend your range to the maximum range your voice can do, and just make full use of your instrument that you have. So this is a really great process, and Mark Downey teaches this system, but he no longer is under the speech level singing banner. He's under a system called the Institute for Vocal Advancement, which is also a great system started by, I think, 4 speech level singing master singers who are amazing singers in this method of singing. It really makes sense to me that people, if they just took an instrument like a saxophone and didn't get any lessons on technique and just learned to play it the way they want to play it, sure, they could eventually make a really good sound and sound good and expressive on the instrument, but without learning the basic principles that have been time-tested based on the way the voice is architected and the capabilities of the human voice, the saxophone would not sound to the fullest potential, and all that time spent learning the habits of playing the instrument not the optimal way would be causing the voice to be somewhat limited. So I'm really fortunate that I started singing with this system, and I haven't learned any bad habits, or if I do have bad habits, they're easily corrected by Mark, because he sees me every week for my lesson. As you can see, I'm really passionate about singing. I could go on for a long time about it, but every day I try to do at least 20 minutes to 45 minutes of practice on my voice. And it's only through this regular practice and training of your voice that you'll reach a level that will be truly flexible and powerful to its fullest extent. And that's why I really believe that if I'm investing in the time for my lessons and I have to spend the time for practicing, I really am seeing the payoff in my singing. I don't know if you've seen some of my videos. I made a video of Michael Jackson's Human Nature, my first song I ever recorded, and then recently I did another video of another song, which was, I can't remember, what was it now? Robert Glasper, David Bowie cover. And you can definitely hear over the past 6 months how my voice has changed. And that isn't just because I'm some magical, lucky, talented guy, but because I really put in the effort to every day to practice singing for 20 minutes or more. And you can always fit this time into your day in the evening or in the morning or at lunch. Go to a parking garage and just sing down there, or sometimes I go down to the car and sing in the car, which is a great thing to get away and just sing in the car if I don't want to bother anybody. So as you can see, this singing thing is so exciting for me, and I'm just so happy that I have a great teacher, Mark Downey, in Vancouver, and I definitely recommend going to see Mark. He'll give you a free lesson for introductory, and you can see if you like his style. And I only recommend doing that if you're really serious about learning, because there's not too much you can really accomplish in the first lesson except just get a really idea of what the lessons would be like, and if you like Mark's teaching style. Mark has a really great approach to teaching, makes me feel really inspired, and he's very knowledgeable about many things such as acting and voice and voiceovers and just posture and stance and everything like that. So it's been great. So I want to say thank you very much to Mark for continuing to be my amazing teacher. I know he's got a bit of a cold right now, so I hope he starts feeling better, and I look forward to having my next lesson with Mark. And to everyone out there on YouTube who has the dream of being able to sing, I'd suggest if you have anyone in your area who teaches the speech level singing program or the Institute for Vocal Advancement, I'll put their websites below. I recommend studying with one of those teachers because that will ensure that you get the best technique in your voice right from the beginning so you don't learn any bad habits. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. I hope this video gives you a bit of insight into what I'm doing these days and why I'm so busy and happy about what I'm doing. And I look forward to learning more and sharing more of my singing videos with everyone out there as well. Okay, bye-bye for now. Have a good day or evening, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.